Hi, and welcome to Teach for the Future's Z Visa Demystified video. So, you want to go teach in China. You've got your job, you've got your accommodations, you've got your flights booked, you've been practicing your basic Zhongwen for months now. You're all ready to go. Except, you're not ready to go. You still need a Z visa, a working visa. Now, today, we're going to go through one by one all of the different steps you'll need to take to get that Z visa, that coveted Z visa. We'll tell you about how much it'll cost and how long you need to budget for the process in its entirety. You'll need a passport with two, not one, but two valid visa pages, two open visa pages, and 12 months of remaining validity. You'll also need to submit a copy of the information page of your passport. Next, you'll need an invitation letter from your school in China. This you should have, you've already been offered a job. Third, you'll need the contract that you signed saying that you've agreed to teach at the school in China and they've agreed to have you. Fourth, you'll need a document showing that you have 2 years of teaching experience or a teaching English as a foreign language certificate. Both of these have to be officially recognized by the organization you used to work with or the organization that issued your TEFL certificate. Okay, so these four are pretty easy. You should be able to get them quickly or you already have them. Now, the next few things on our list are probably going to take you quite a bit of time. Next, you'll need a physical exam. Every foreigner who goes to China in any capacity needs to get this. So, because you're going to be needing to go to a lot of different places and set up a lot of different appointments, you'll probably want to budget at least a month for all of your different medical tests that you're going to need to have done. Okay, number 6. Your diploma. To get a Z visa, you have to have a bachelor's degree issued in the US or some other English-speaking country. Now, first, you'll need to get your diploma notarized by your school, by your university. After you get it notarized, you'll need to get it authenticated by the Secretary of State from the state in which your university was located. So if you went to school in New Orleans, you need it authenticated, you need your diploma authenticated by the Secretary of State in Louisiana. Okay, so after you get it authenticated by the Secretary of State, then you need to further authenticate it with the Chinese consulate that represents the state in which your university is located. All of this information about which consulate represents which state is located online. You can find it, no problem. And then finally, you need to have no criminal record if you want to work in China. So first what you need to do is find out which institution in your state issues non-criminal record reports. Now usually you'll only need a state criminal record report to go get a working visa, not a federal. So you'll go to the issuing institution in your state. They'll issue you a letter of good conduct saying that you don't have a criminal record report. Then you need to get this report further authenticated by the Secretary of State in the state in which the letter of good conduct or the non-criminal record report was issued. And then finally, once you have that, once you have your letter of good conduct authenticated by Secretary of State, finally, you'll need to go back to the Chinese consulate and get it further authenticated, again, in the consulate that represents the state in which it was authenticated. Now, you need to take all of these documents, scan them, and send them to your school in China. Luckily, you don't have to send them physically. You can just scan them. They'll take them to the offices in China, bring you back your work permit. Once you have your work permit, you can go apply for your actual visa at the nearest consulate or through a service via mail. Now, when you go apply for your actual visa, you'll need the work permit your visa application, which you can find online, your passport, and a copy of your passport. And then you just have to take care of business. So, that was really fun. Let's see. Conservatively, you should probably leave yourself around 4 months for all of this documentation, because you never know what curveballs bureaucracy has in store for you. You could probably get it done in 2 months if you really hustle, but that's not a scenario I want for you. That's not a scenario you want for yourself. Trust me. So hopefully you're working for an institution that helps cover visa costs, but if not, you're probably looking at a total bill excluding expedited service fees, transportation, and mail fees of about $450 to get your Z visa. And finally, some words of advice for someone who has been through this process more than once. Leave yourself plenty of time. Have personal checks prepared in advance. Don't expect perfectly smooth sailing, and keep in very close contact with your counterpart in China. Good luck.